Which is to go live on Amazon Live, and we're on a countdown, and shortly our signal will go through to Amazon Live, and all will be well. And yes, we can go. You okay, Nick?
Yes, absolutely.
Right. Okay.
It doesn't matter what. Doesn't matter wherever else we are. We're on Amazon.
Well, it's true. It's true. It doesn't. I need to put some light on because I'm aware of the fact that I have got hair which appears to be blowing in the breeze when there is no breeze. Okay. Let's hide
Looking
that.
good. Can I say I'm loving the new backgrounds.
Thank you. Thank you. I was my daughter-in-law Karen lives in Australia, and that's just by the by, and she put together a montage of things, and one of them was a book cover, and the book cover looks similar to this. So subconsciously, when I started creating a new set on Sunday, I did it this way, and then I compared it with the book and realized that I'd been inspired by the book cover. So all was good. Anyway, hello Amazon. We are live on Amazon, I think. Are we live on Amazon?
I believe so. I'll have a sneaky peek.
Yeah, let's have
we're live in the video production group as well.
Oh right, okay.
Well, I'll just give you the notification. So in the video production.
All right.
Yep.
So we're going good. So basically, let's go back up to the top then. Let's start this as if we mean to do something this afternoon. So welcome to the show, and this is Live Video Production Weekly, or Lights Camera Action, depending on where you're watching from. Yeah. Now we're in a quandary this week because we normally go live at 2 p.m. in the UK, which of course is normally 9 a.m. Eastern, but today it's not. It's not. Yeah. I mean, the clocks in the UK changed yesterday, went back an hour, and the clocks in the USA don't change until next Sunday. So for a week, we're living in sort of it's difficult, isn't it, to get it right. I mean, I've been setting shows all week on Eastern time and thinking 5-hour time difference, but no. For this week, and this week's only 4. So
I know it's crazy, and then you add Australia into the mix as well. I tell you what, we need to get these G20 leaders to actually get their clocks aligned, so that us poor folk, the general public, can actually schedule our shows properly.
Yeah, I mean, if they do nothing else on this 2-week break in Scotland, and I can't think of better places to have to spend 2 weeks. Then yeah, they should sort out world time. So if the clocks didn't go back, would we miss it? That's the question.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean, it was basically the original idea was for farming, wasn't it? And particularly for farmers up north.
Was it?
I think so. Yeah, but then it spread, like all things, it spread globally, and the whole world puts its clocks back and forward, apart from, as we both know, Arizona, where the clocks don't change at all, according to Harper.
And they don't change in the Philippines either.
No. So they must be on the same latitude.
Yeah, I guess actually, I'd imagine they're pretty similar, to be honest. But yeah, no, I know I was chatting to my lovely little mate Bev the other day, and she was saying that no, we don't change it. I think we looked it up. I think it was back in 1973 they stopped it.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Now, to set the scene for today's broadcast, what I'd like to do is just to play an excerpt from a video, and to give you a hint, live broadcasting began 2016. So we can actually compare what we're doing now with what was happening back in 2016. If I bring the video up on screen, and it will be next to us in a second. Okay.
I was in short trousers.
I'm going to put it full screen.
Maybe not.
Okay, so this is video in 2016, and it's going to go full screen. I know it's going to go full screen because I pressed the button twice now. Right, okay. So what I'm going to do, this video is in fact a historical video, if not hysterical. This was broadcasting in 2016, and this is the first ever episode of Blabbing for Britain. So
Wow.
we're going back in time. I switch Nick's microphone off and my
where people can talk and host, etc. And today, Stephen's our host. Perhaps you'd like to talk about being a host, Stephen?
I can do that. I'm just going to do something else though. And now John is a host as well. Now this is important in terms of the Blab, because it means you can share the duties, you can share the admin of the Blab itself. And the other thing is that if one of you should experience technical difficulties, you can just leave and come back in. It means that both John and I can control the recording. We're recording at the moment just to show the fact we've done it. Later on in the session, we're happy to go off air and invite you to join in. Hosting a Blab is relatively straightforward. The first thing you do is set up the Blab, and the Blab needs a title. It needs up to 3 categories so that people can find it. And it needs a time. Now, time-wise, you can start a Blab straight away, or you can schedule it for some time in the future. If you schedule it for some time in the future, then you need to be around when it's. I'm back on. We'll come back on. We'll come back on screen. That was broadcasting in 2016, and a lot has changed since then. A lot has changed. I mean, yeah. Back then we could co-host, we could co-produce a show. Yeah, we're still waiting for that facility now. Yeah, Blab was ahead of its time in many ways. And the other thing, of course, is that if you compare that to now, I'm obviously 5 years older, but the other thing is that the sort of appearance on camera. You just happened to be on camera. You weren't actually focused on being on camera. You weren't center stage. It didn't matter. We've come a long way in terms of the way we actually broadcast, even in the last 3 years, in terms of what we do and don't do. But I thought it was just interesting to actually go back in time using the YouTube time machine to see what it looked like then. Because it is, it's ever evolving, and
it is. I have to say, Stephen, you haven't aged at all.
You are too kind, sir. I mean, just to round this off, on the screen you can see myself and Mr. John Upton, and John Upton and I are actually broadcasting on Thursday morning at 10 AM in the UK. So let's hide that away. But that's basically well, let's just talk about it for a minute because we can. There's no lighting involved. The lighting is the natural room lighting. Now we're actually using lights which are down in the carousel. And the other thing is that we weren't using external microphones. We were using the PC's microphone, and we weren't using external cameras. We were using the PC's cameras. Yeah. And the magic was just to appear on screen. It wasn't anything to do with let's present a good broadcast. That's happened over time. But I just want to leave that there. And I can say to John later in the week, this was you in 2016. So I can take a screenshot of that. Okay, so
that is brilliant.
Remove that and hopefully hide it. And come back to you and me.
Perfect. Okay. It is amazing, and that just was a real demonstration of how lighting just changes everything. And it's, you get your lighting right or control your lighting, then it's brilliant. But that was lovely though. You think back, that was 5 years ago, and it was just like you're having a little chat with John. And
that's it. Yeah.
and it was great. Whereas
Thank
now
you.
we've got all this slick stuff that we use.
Oh, we have, including. I mean, we didn't even dream of having green screens in those days. It wasn't even on the radar. It hadn't been invented. So we just simply went live. And the sunshine in England today, I've got sunshine in at some point we'll switch over, and I'll get rid of the sunshine temporarily. And we'll say hello to Corinda, and Corinda is saying yay, and thanks for joining us. That was a look back at 2016, which was when Corinda and I started broadcasting. So a trip down memory lane.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, indeed. So where should we go? And that's how it all began. Where should we go now is the question.
Well, I tell you, I was going to tell you I teased you before we came on
You
air
did.
about.
You did.
I got some news, and it's good news, and that is I'm moving. And so at the moment, in order to live stream, I have to use. Actually, I'll tell you, this would be a good example to use it in my carousel. Is I use my iPhone to live stream. So to live stream in Amazon, we need an iOS device, and I don't just use my iOS device to press the go button, but I also have to use it where I currently am because I've got super bad, terrible broadband. So I use my phone, and this is Stephen told me this great idea a couple of years ago when I was complaining, saying, "Oh, what am I going to do? I've got no bandwidth." And he said, "Oh, why don't you hook up your phone to your computer to your phone and use your 4G?" This is why Stephen is a guru, you see. So
Thank you.
So I thought best two things. I need to get my phone working, and then I upgraded it because it just got a better quality, and that's why you can check out how cool the iPhone 12 is in the carousel, because it's got an amazing camera on it, but also because it's a much bigger processor than the one I was using. It handles the 4G much better as well, which is a much better quality. But this is the thing, I'm moving, and where I'm moving to tomorrow I've got 200 meg of bandwidth.
Oh wow!
Yes, super high broadband fiber, whatever it's called. So that means that I can actually now use it more. I've got a huge kitchen, so for the cookery shows, they're going to ramp up extra couple of levels. And the best thing of all is I'll have a nice new little space, so I'll be able to have the green screen and actually get that working properly as well, because that's just been on my radar for so long that's it. So there's all these little things that just make our productions better quality. So yeah, I'm excited to do that. It's bless her, my mother-in-law, she's we finally said, look, we need to look after you all the time. So we've kept her as independent as we could, but now we have to go and make sure she's okay, which means we move back into our house. Which has got all the kit. Yeah, I won't bore you with the long story. So yeah, the kitchen that I put in 10 years ago, which is gorgeous, I've only been able to use every now and again. So I should be reclaiming it and cooking up a storm. So
well, that's definitely a cause for celebration.
It is.
Yeah. Wow. Well, you won't believe the difference it's going to make. You're heading. I mean, you're going to be super fast.
I'm going to be greasy fast. Absolutely.
Yeah. No need to worry about internet. Just switch your computer on. It's there.
Yeah, exactly. And the lovely thing is I'll be able to do more live streaming. So that's even more fun. So I'll have this more space, dedicated area, and love it.
Yeah, bring it on. Okay. When's the cooking show this week, of course? What time is it in the UK?
Right, cooking show tomorrow, 9 a.m. With Adair over in Australia. And tomorrow we're making tacos. So I think I've got a feeling Adair has got pre-bought tacos, but I'm going to be making them from scratch and using for a keto, I'm going to be using almond flour
Mhm.
as opposed to maize flour. And I can make them from scratch because basically I'm going to be using my oven, and Adair hasn't got an oven. So,
Advantage, home advantage.
oh, absolutely, got to use it. You know, we whooped them in the cricket the other day, so now we're going to whoop them up the taco, the taco test.
Speaking of cricket, England are playing Sri Lanka today, and we'll try and keep you informed of the score. But talking of scores, is it time for a quiz, do you think?
Oh, we always love a quiz. Absolutely.
Okay.
Let's get the
So
quiz on.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the quiz in, and I need to go there and go there and change that. Okay. An error occurred. Oh, good.
And
Am I still here?
Yeah, you're still here. I can still hear you. You might have frozen. Oh, no, you're back again.
I'm back again. I've got an error. Just a minute. There's something happening in terms of studio at the moment, and I think we're caught between two horses. I'm going to take a few items out.
Okay.
I'm going to take that out. Don't need that today. And I'm going to try again. It's when you've got it all set up and something goes slightly awry, then just crack on. And I'm getting an error again. And
Exactly.
there it is. It just says error occurred. Oh, brilliant. Okay, so I'm going to hide that. In fact, I'm going to get rid of it, and we'll move on to the next segment of the show because the quiz has been delayed. It does say here, if I get it right, yeah, that the quiz will start soon. It will, I promise.
All right. Cool.
I just need to get rid of that, and then if you can take it over for a few minutes on any topic you like, I shall refresh and I'll get this working if it's the last thing.
Sounds good to me, Stephen. I don't know about you, but I'm thinking, what on earth could I talk about for a few minutes while you go and do that? No, the only thing that comes to mind, and I better pop it in the carousel, is my beautiful Blue Yeti microphone. These Blue Yetis are amazing. Now, it's a very personal choice, your microphone. So we always say, different people sound different with different microphones, different things that they like to do. And so find one that you like the tonality of. And I love this Blue Yeti. It was recommended to me by my very first video guru, a really lovely man called Ben Brophy. And yeah, so he recommended me about 5 years ago. He said, "Oh, yeah, get a Blue Yeti," and I love them. They're so easy to use. They just plug in the back of the computer, back of the laptop, and it's just a USB. So you plug it. It's literally plug and play. You've got control over the volume, over the pitch, the gain, and also the direction of the microphone. So at the moment, I've got it one omnidirectional. I think it's one directional to me because it's just me talking, and that kind of, I'm in a fairly quiet area, apart from every now and again some crazy man goes past on a really loud motorbike. But it allows me to cut out a lot of the background noise. But equally, you can split it and have it as binary or bidirectional. So if you're having an interview with someone across the table, I've used that before. That's worked really well. Or indeed, if you've got if you're recording music, if you've got a band in session, you can have it set up for that as well. It's got a mute button, but the thing is, it is just so aesthetically pleasing. Every time I've taken it out and I've done presentations and I've used it to record, people come up and go, "Oh, wow, I love your microphone." And it is the cutest thing. It's like a bit like, I was watching Star Wars the other day. This to me is a bit like the R2-D2 of the microphone world. So there you go. So lovely Blue Yeti. It's in the carousel, $109. But yeah, absolutely fantastic. Solid as a rock. You can get extra equipment, so you can have it hanging But I always just have it sitting on my desk, which is lovely because I like to look at it, I like to see it, I like the feel of it, and I thoroughly recommend my Blue Yeti. So yeah, if you, and I'll give you a demonstration as to the difference of sound. So if I got my Blue Yeti there, if I then switch to my my internal microphone, hopefully you will hear. So this is now with me on my internal microphone. So just the computer one picking it up. And then this one is, I'll switch it back to the Blue Yeti. I'll just make sure I get the right one. Yeti stereo. There we go. And that's back on to my beautiful Blue Yeti. So hopefully you've detected a little difference in sound quality there. So that's what we love to do with that one. The other thing I could possibly do is I'm using also in the carousel is I'm using a Logitech HD Pro Webcam. So that's what I'm looking at right now in with you, and that also has built-in microphones. So I can also take that and switch off my Yeti and actually have it coming through my webcam. So now that has switched. So now the sound again should be slightly different because now it's the webcam that is picking up my audio. And it's one of these things we often say is that when you live streaming or when you're making any video, you can get away with virtually anything if you've got good audio. And if you're on YouTube and you've got playing a YouTube video, or again if you're on Amazon, for example, this is a great example. If you're on Amazon, then people will be going into the carousel, going and looking at the webcam. But that's the thing, while you're looking at the webcam or while you've been looking at the Blue Yeti, then you can still hear me. So you've still got the audio. And that's, it might sound counterintuitive, but people tend to listen to videos more than they watch them. So it allows you, so as long as you've got good audio, it allows you to maintain that connection. And so if you've got it on websites, it gives you longer time for people to be on your website, which always helps. And it just gives people the chance to actually have a look around, and it just builds more of the know, like, trust. And that is one of the reasons that live streaming is so important. I often say to people is that actually the reason we love live streaming is there's nowhere to hide. So in a pre-recorded video, we can have it edited and everything, but on a live stream, it is the quickest way to engender authority and trust because we're live. So we are being as open and as vulnerable as we can possibly be. And I think that's an amazing thing. So I'd love to know what you think of the differences in the sound. And there you go. There's my guru friend back again. I'm going to switch back to the Yeti because I love it.
All right. Okay. Yeah, I've got a mystery here. The mystery being that I can't bring our software in. I'm just going to try once more. I've been trying frantically whilst you were presenting about your microphone, and all I can get when I click the button, it's as an error occurred. Okay, so we can't bring it in. We can't bring it in the normal way. So what we're going to do is close that. There's always a backup plan. Plan B.
This is it. This is what we love to see. A man at the top of his game. Oh, hi, Corinda. Oh, that's an interesting comment. Don't worry, Corinda. Keep reapplying for your.
Oh, right. Okay. Is it Instagram?
I'm not quite sure, but I think this is for his Amazon live stream influencer. Just keep reapplying, Corinda.
Yeah. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to screen share, and I've got a graphic for this. It'd be a shame not to have the graphic. Let's just go with what we've got rather than what we'd like to have. So I'm going to share screen, and oh goody, and sharing the Chrome tab. That's the Chrome tab, and share, and I can then, hopefully that's not broken, and I can bring screen share's working, Nick. That's a way forward, isn't it? That's good.
Oh, that would be that would be a big plus. Aha!
That's a big plus. Okay, so I'm going to try and jiggle this about, and if we go like that, that doesn't work. Go like that. That doesn't work. See, all the things we can do. What we're going to do is we're going to put the graphic, the screen share full screen. Okay, so you're just going to have to realize that Nick and I are still here. Now, we're playing a movie quiz. Would you like to describe it, Nick?
Yes. Oh, so this is these quizzes are great, and we're very lucky that we're allowed to use Trivia Plaza to do these. And so it's a set of 10 questions, multiple choice answers, and we like to ask you to let us know what the answers are. So it's always a team effort, and it looks like this one is superheroes and love interests. So that should be quite cool. How up are you on your superheroes, Stephen? That's the question.
Oh, we're about to find out. I think this is where teamwork may be needed. Okay, now we're going to take the questions alternately. Question 1. The film is, I'm glad I got this one. The film is Mephistopheles, and who's the villain? He's the villain. So which movie? This is a villain that appears in which superhero movie? So in which of these 4 movies was Mephistopheles? Was he in the Fantastic Four, Ghost Rider, Spider-Man 3, or Superman 4?
Wow.
Yeah. No, this is not quite as easy as the Action Heroes one, is it?
No.
I mean, when we did the Action Heroes, we actually knew the answer. If you know the answer, we are beholden to you. If you can just type in who you think is actually,
Yeah.
God, okay. I'm going to take a flyer at this one.
Oh, have you got a fair idea?
I'm going to go with Superman 4, but
oh,
I've no idea, Nick.
Hold on. Superman 4. I think that was. Now you're thinking. So this is Christopher Reeves.
Yeah.
I think that was wasn't he kind of like the baddie was a nuclear powered.
Oh, right. Okay.
So
fine.
I think it might not be that one. I'm pretty certain it's not the Fantastic Four, because that was the Rise of the Silver Surfer was the second one, and
right.
I can't think who the baddie was. I can see him, but I can't think of what his name was. But I don't think it was Mephistopheles. I think, and I don't know Spider-Man because I've never seen any of his, and I haven't seen Ghost Rider, but I've got a feeling, and I could be totally wrong, it's Ghost Rider.
Let's go with your gut feeling, Ghost Rider. Well done. I mean,
oh, wow.
Over to you, Nick.
Oh God! Well, that was phew. Okay, so this is a villain that appears in which superhero movie? Victor Von Doom. So was Victor Von Doom in the Fantastic Four? Was it Hellboy, Daredevil, or Batman Forever? And I'm delighted that I actually know the answer to this one.
Oh well, that's a definite plus.
I know. It's quite amusing because it was the name of the person that I couldn't think was the baddie in the previous question.
Right. Okay.
So now I've seen it on screen, I'm thinking, of course, that is he. But obviously, guys, if you're watching, do let us know if you think you know which film was Victor Von Doom, the superhero, or the villain. Sorry, not the superhero.
Yeah.
So,
if you know the answer and you're watching live, thank you. Just type the answer in the comments on Amazon, and we will see your answer.
yeah.
But we are playing an advantage this time because Nick actually knows the answer.
I do. I can tell you. I can tell you the answer. Haven't got anyone commenting just yet. No, that is going to be the Fantastic Four.
Nick is batting 2 out of 2. Okay. So this is the villain that appeared in which superhero movie? Was it Lex Luthor is the man? And was the film Spider-Man 3, X-Men 2, The Incredible Hulk, or Superman? In which film did the villain Lex Luthor make an appearance? And I've got to say, I know the answer to this one.
Yeah.
Because of the actor who played him. Yeah.
Oh.
And when I envisage this actor, I see him as Lex Luthor.
That's a good point. Very good point.
Yeah. So
That's
if you do know the answer, then please type it in. I could put a countdown clock up, but I think with everything else that's going on today, we'll just having the quiz on screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. I noted earlier that there's 1 or 2 camera problems. Something's happening in the studio, I know, and we're caught between the two. Okay, so I'm going to answer this one. Can we do it in unison? Because I'm going to go for Superman. Okay, I get one. Wow. And thank you. I want to say thank you to Juan Wang for following. And we were chatting the other day. And right, over to you, Nick.
Cool. Yeah, thank you, Juan Wang. Okay, so question 4. And this is the villain that appears in which superhero movie? So the villain is Blackheart. And the movie is going to be either Ghost Rider, The Dark Knight, Superman 4, or Flash Gordon. And the superhero movie, the villain. Who was the villain? Hi, Alex. Nice to see you on Amazon. No.
Brilliant. Right,
Alex, that's a big question.
Yes, if you do know the answer, then please type it in. If you're watching live on Nick's Amazon page or my Amazon page, please type the answer in. Whilst we're actually doing this quiz, I'm changing the items in the carousel, and you are now listening to the microphone that's in the carousel, which is the Audio Technica Yeti 2020. And this has given us all time to think. That's my microphone of choice. It is the one you're listening to. If you go and check it out, you'll find more information on the Amazon.com page. Clicking a link in the carousel doesn't cause any problems whatsoever. You're taken straight to the standard Amazon.com page, and you can take a closer look. But back to the quiz.
Yeah. So, Blackheart, the villain, is it in Ghost Rider, The Dark Knight, Superman 4, or Flash Gordon? And we had the Ghost Rider one earlier. Could there be 2 villains in Ghost Rider? I don't know. The Dark Knight was Batman, wasn't it? It was a Batman movie.
Okay.
Blackheart being it. Flash Gordon, the villain was Ming, the Merciless, I'm guessing. So Superman 4, I thought this was one I was thinking earlier was some sort of nuclear powered person. Maybe that was Blackheart on process of elimination.
Okay, so we're going for Superman 4.
Go for it.
No,
Ghost Rider, 2 villains. No way.
No, it's not allowed. Okay, final question for the moment is question 5, and we'll run more of the quiz later in the show. The villain is Deacon Frost, and the film was The Dark Knight, Ghost Rider, Blade, or Daredevil.
Oh.
Do you know the answer, Nick?
No, I don't know.
That makes 2 of us, unfortunately.
And as I guess,
I'm veering towards Blade being the answer.
Okay, is it any particular reason?
Because it's Sixth Sense. Let's call it that. I don't have another reason other than that.
Hey, Sixth Sense. It sounds good to me because we know Dark Knight is Batman. It's not that. Surely there can't be 3 villains in Ghost Rider.
Well, no, that would be pushing it too far. And we're grateful to Trivia Plaza, who gave us permission to use this quiz on Amazon. And we're going to go for 6 cents. I'm going to get it. Yes!
Yay!
6 cents wins. Well, wow. Okay, so I think that's a good point at which to take a break, because I think honours are even in relation to that. So we'll hide the quiz for the moment and come back to it. And I do believe I've got 2 of me on screen, so I'm going to get rid of 1.
Oh, I can only see 1 of you.
Right. No, that's right. So there's 1 of me on screen, but there's 1 of me actually hiding somewhere, which could have been causing all sorts of problems that we won't know about.
Mayhem and mischief.
Okay. Indeed. And I'm right. Okay. So the microphone you're listening to from me is the Audio-Technica Yeti 2020. I bought it about 18 months ago. It's done me well. And I might have a picture of it to show you later, but there is a picture down in the carousel. Part 2 of the quiz will be before we actually finish the broadcast, which is logical, I suppose, Nick?
Yeah, if we're going to have part 2, we definitely need it before we end the broadcast. Absolutely. I'm with you on that.
Right. Okay, you're watching Stephen and Nick from the UK, and we'd just like to say this, and this is in with the theme as well. If you are watching us live, I want to say thank you. Now, I used to go, please unmute your microphones, but that doesn't work, does it? Because people can't hear you. So now I've got this big card which says unmute to hear my stories, or today to unmute to hear our stories. And we have a different story for every product that's in the carousel. So there you are.
Nice. I like that. It's very nice. And I've got to admit, I said it earlier, I do like the new layout, the new backgrounds.
Thank you. Right. Okay. And what I need to do to complete the layout is I need to find something. And hang on a minute. Oh, I can't change anything. I'm stuck in a time warp. I cannot move. If I move, I don't know what will happen.
Have you gone back to 2000?
I'm going to stick at this. I'm going to stick at this. I've got a sticker in the bottom that says error occurred. So don't touch it. If it's a new saying, if it's broken, don't touch it. It doesn't quite work, does it, to the same extent? But if you are watching us live, then please do comment, and thank you again for the follows. When you do follow us, you'll get notified of our next live broadcast. Would you like to say some more about your broadcast tomorrow, Nick?
Yes, tomorrow it's the great cooking show. It's a cook-off between myself and Adair Palmer over in Australia. So we've got England, Australia. It's 9 a.m. in the UK, which I believe is still 6 or 7 maybe in Australia. It might even be 5. I'm going to have to look it up. But certainly 9 a.m. in the UK, which will be 5 a.m. in Eastern. So if you're having sleepless nights, if you've got some insomnia, do join us. We've actually got a really good cook-off tomorrow. We're doing vegetarian tacos. So we're going to be I'll be making my own taco shells. I'm going to be using my oven. Could do a deep fried one, but I'm just not so sure that would work so well. And yes, so now if you've got any ideas what you want me to put in my taco shells, now would be a brilliant time to let me know. So that would be cool. And as always, we always have a lot of fun, a lot of laughs, and because if you don't know, Adair is on a boat, so you know I'm lucky. I've got a kitchen, I've got a house. Adair is on a boat, so she's up and down. And I know recently she's had some absolutely atrocious weather. So God bless you, Adair. Hopefully you're still there. You've not slipped your moorings. And we'll have a great cook-off tomorrow. Last week we were going to be cooking off with chili, wasn't it? Chili con carne. But unfortunately, Adair couldn't risk leaving the boat because she didn't think she'd be able to get back on it. So, so she made kombucha, which is some fermented drink of some sort. I wasn't concentrating. I was busy cooking chili.
So kombucha, I mean, I've heard you talk about it in the past, lovingly. I'm just going home and getting a kombucha, and you think, well, yes, okay, I dare, but what is it?
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like a fermented juice of some sort. So you can have lots of different things in it. But yeah, so I don't think it's alcoholic, or if it is, it's like super small amount of alcohol. But there is some sort of fermentation process going. And actually, I'll tell you very quickly. I'm slightly off topic, but also I've had. I can't show you because I'm not in my kitchen. But I had a lovely lady send me some dough proving baskets that are available on Amazon. So they'll be in the carousel tomorrow. And so to make sourdough bread. So I've had to start this sourdough culture. And so I'll explain a bit about that tomorrow. But oh my goodness, I've never done one before. And it's this thing has just gone woof. I wasn't expecting it to be as fiery as it is, but no, this is just a natural. This is using yeast that's just in the air and basically fermenting it with a little bit. I used a little bit of apple flour and water, and gosh, it is incredible. It is more than doubled in size. It fills up my entire jar and then starts to flatten again. So I'm having to feed it every day. Crazy thing, and it's called Lucy because I read somewhere that because it takes a while, you have to nurture it, and it's like a child. Then it's good if you actually name it, because that will keep you more intent on doing it. So Lucy, the sourdough culture, is going very well, and is being slightly problematic at times, but smells amazing, looks amazing, and so you'll see all that tomorrow. That'd be great.
Brilliant. And looking forward to the show tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be.
Yeah. It's going to be amazing.
It is. Have you got any tomorrow, Stephen? You've probably got one later today.
Right. Okay. I'm in two minds about later today, but I can say, if I bring this on screen, that I am live tomorrow. You like the theme work?
I love that.
I'm live tomorrow with Lights, Camera, Action, Amazon Live at 10 a.m. Eastern, broadcasting from Be.Live, and these are good times. These are good times, especially on Be.Live.
Yeah.
So there we go, because both Nick and I actually broadcast using Be.Live rather than OBS, because it allows us to do things like this easily. Yeah,
super simple.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's the whole point about Be.Live, is that it is simple and straightforward to use, isn't it?
Oh, it's just a dream. I love using it, and I don't know whether you saw. It was on the cooking program. I was talking about books the other day on my Keto Nick one, and the thing I love about Be.Live is that we can actually drop, because obviously we're on Amazon. So if you're on Amazon, you can see in the carousel anyway, which is perfect. But for some people, they're still a little bit behind the times. They're watching on Facebook and YouTube, but we can actually drop the links, the Amazon links to our products in the comments on the live selling element, which is perfect. And that's how we, as affiliate marketers, how we make some commission. So
that's true. The ability to actually, whilst you're live, actually get it to post a comment with the link and an image is priceless. Because I'm on Amazon Live, we've got the carousel, which is down below this video. And if you click any product in the carousel, you'll get more information. Obviously, we can't talk about every single product in the carousel during one live show, but we do talk about them all over the series of shows that Nick and I do each week on Amazon Live.
Exactly.
If you've got any questions about live broadcasting, then please do ask during the course of the broadcast, and we'll do our best to answer. If we don't know the answer, then undoubtedly we know somebody who does. Okay, now, shall we talk about, because I've got it down in the carousel. Oh, wait a minute, I've got a comment coming in.
Oh,
and just let me, Alex. Okay, and Alex is saying, wow, you're cool. It's very kind of you, Alex. And I'm going to take that a comment like that, you take it at face value. Right. Okay. Now I'm a bit restricted on what I can do, but I will just for a moment. I'll take over the screen because you've been.
Yeah.
Right. I've got this. I've got control. Okay. I'm producing today's show from Be.Live, and it's Nick and I talking about the products that are in the carousel. And the one I want to talk about at the moment is actually behind me. And as you can see, the sun is shining in the UK on November 1st, which is quite a miracle. I can't say how much I enjoy. I've been using green screens since January 2019. This is the one I bought. It's behind me. It's the Fovitech. It's lent up against the wall, although you can get a stand for it. It's reversible. It's green on this side and it's blue on the other side, and you take your choice. And you do need a green screen if you're going to have background removal software, which I might demonstrate today, but will definitely demonstrate tomorrow. Okay, so if you join me at 10 a.m. Eastern tomorrow, I'll give you a full demonstration of how to use background removal software to broadcast from anywhere in the world on any topic that you like. And having background removal tool makes all the difference when you're broadcasting solo. Yeah, it works when you're solo. Okay, but you do need a green screen behind you. Nick's got one too, as you'll notice in a moment. And it's that makes all the difference. The green screen is the difference between a semi-professional video and a professional video. That's all I'm going to say at this stage. But do take a look at the green screen, which is down in the carousel below. And now you can compare my green screen with Nick's green screen. Different shades of green. There you go. Different shades of green with the same purpose, Nick.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's, you know, and I think we both got blue on the reverse side as well. So and basically it's just having a different color. So we call it chroma keys. So we can take that color out. So, or indeed, if we wanted to wear green, then we could be invisible on the screen. So.
We could be invisible, yeah.
Which I had a friend of mine used to have this little skit he did with. He had the invisible butler. He had his brother dressed in a green suit. They had this invisible butler doing all sorts of silly things.
Right. Thank you for watching us live. If you are enjoying what we're saying, then I've got another image, Nick.
Love it.
When it says please follow me, I do mean please follow us, and you will be notified when we next go live. This is the problem, you see. When I've got cards set up for my solo broadcast, and now we're broadcasting with two of us on screen. But as a principle, if you're enjoying what you're seeing live, then just press the follow button as Juan did earlier, and you'll get notified of our next broadcast. That's all that happens. We don't get any information from Amazon. Look after all the information you give them, and basically just send in notification next time we go live. And then you've got a choice. You can either join us on camera, or you can join us and watch us, or you can wait until the next time we're live. And knowing Nick and I, that will be sometime the same week.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, with you, it'll be sometime during the day. I'll get up there once I've got my move sorted.
Oh, when you've got your new,
I'll be back on every day. Absolutely. So
yeah,
and talking about lots of different things. So
get your new broadband. And just a reminder, you're actually watching. See, I can change things up. I like that one. That's a good one too.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's take the cards off the screen. Come back to Nick and I, and our next topic will be your choice, Nick. I'll waffle. Sorry, I'll talk whilst you decide what we're going to do next. So I'm going to take over the screen. One of the things that we are grateful for is appearing on Amazon Live, because we're Brits. We're from England. We're from Farnborough in Hampshire and Devizes in Wiltshire. So if you want to ask us anything about COP26, which is taking place in Scotland at the moment, I was asked a question yesterday by Tommy, and Tommy said, what is the delivery situation in the UK? Because unsurprisingly, delivery problems are happening around the globe. Yeah, there's an international shortage of delivery drivers. Okay, which is why I gave the advice yesterday that if you're going to buy presents for Christmas, if you buy them on Black Friday or Cyber Monday, you know you're going to get them in time. Yeah. Just we've got to think a few weeks ahead this year because of the situation that we're actually in. And coming back to me and you, we've got to think of the situation we're actually in. I mean, it's not too long to Black Friday, is it?
No, it's only end of this month, 27th, I think. No.
Yeah, 20th. Yes, that's right. It's the 6th on first today, 5th on Friday. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, not long at all. So yeah, absolutely. Get your orders in quickly. And I think one of these that I'm going to talk to you about is these earfun headphones, little earbuds that I love to use, and they're really cool. So you can get them in multiple different colors. These ones are white, but you can get them in black, all sorts. And the thing that's so cool about them is they come in this amazing little holder here, and that's also a charger. So when you're not have got them in your ears, then you can just pop them back in the charger, and they'll keep you for another 35 hours worth of charge, just in the little holder, which is very, very cool. But they are great. Obviously, they're Bluetooth. You can connect either one. So if you maybe just want in one ear and not having the other, that's okay. You can do that. And these ones are design awards they have won, because they do look pretty cool. Yeah, they've got a really good little microphone on, and you basically just tap the sides. And now I'll be honest, I kind of tap and I kind of over tap. So when I'm trying to do something, I normally have to tap it several times because I'm going backwards and forwards. But you can change the volume up and down, and they're really, really good. They're really, really nice. And when I first started wearing them, I was thinking, oh man, these are, maybe they're not as good as I thought because they weren't sitting in my ears properly. But actually, what happened? They come with multiple different little ear covers, so that you pick one which suits the size of your ear. And so I changed them over, and suddenly they fitted perfectly. So yeah, these are lovely little earfun earbuds. They're great, and because they're Bluetooth, you can pair them up with anything. So I can pair them up with the phone. I can pair them up with I'm going to compare them up with my Mac. I can pair them up with my iPad. All the different things that, as long as you've got Bluetooth, you can pair them. And so yeah, really, really lovely. And they're not going to break the bank. I'm just trying to see how much they are. So they're from $51. So the white ones I think are $54. I'm just going to see in the carousel. Yeah, so white ones are $54. And I've just noticed in the carousel they have got just under 6,000 reviews, and they're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5 stars. So most of them are top reviews. But again, it might just be the delivery element, but it says they're currently unavailable. So I would say pop them in your cart, and then keep coming back, because they are well worth it. Make a lovely gift, but also if you just want to update your hearing, then go for it. And so you see, I've had them in my hand, and I can now hear Michael Jackson in my left ear. So I'm going to put them back in. I'm going to put them back in their box. Away you go, boys.
Okay. And the headphones that I use are these, which are Aftershock headphones, and they'll be down the carousel shortly. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take over the stage, and I'm going to bring this in, and I'm going to switch Nick's camera off for a moment. And now we can present up on screen. This is the new Microsoft Surface Book 2. Now this is down in the carousel at the moment. It's the featured item. And this is the computer I'm actually working with today. Microsoft Surface Book 2. It's to the left of me at the moment. It has, depending on the model you get, it has 16 gig of RAM, a 1 terabyte hard drive, twin graphics processors. This is a powerhouse of a machine. And I got this when it came out. And as you can see, it's actually 2-in-1. Because the thing is, you can detach, if you look at the photograph, you can detach the screen and the screen becomes a tablet. Now, if you buy a 13.5-inch version, you've got a 13.5-inch tablet. If you buy a 15-inch, you've got a 15-inch tablet. And you've got all the Microsoft Windows 10 facilities, or Windows 11 if you have been daring enough to actually upgrade, then you can actually use Windows 11 on your tablet. And the tablet has a 6-hour battery life. You put it back in, the base acts as a docking station, so you can just lift it out, you're taking your laptop with you, you touch screen, and it works exactly like a tablet, but you've got all your favorite Microsoft products on there. Now, the next one in the list is Big Brother. No sooner had I bought my Microsoft Surface Book 2 than they came out with the Surface Book 3, which you can now see down in the carousel. And thank you for the follow. Excellent. Thank you. Microsoft Surface Book 3 is incredibly 32 gig of RAM, 1 terabyte hard drive, and twin graphics processors. So if you want to play the latest games, then you can do on this Microsoft Surface Book 3. It's on my wish list, which is why I've got it down here, so I don't forget about it. But it is an awesome computer. If the Surface Book 2 was voted the best laptop ever, then the Surface Book 3 is up there too. And if you look at it, you can see how good it actually does look. And the next item, which I'm going to talk about, is this. And I do have a little video about this, which I may or may not show you. But this, I used to be a desktop guy only, and now I'm Windows, desktop and mobile. And I go out with my gimbal. This is the home gimbal, which will shortly be down in the carousel. And I shoot mobile videos, and I will show you part of one in a little while. But this is what you need if you're doing mobile video. If you hold your camera in your hand, your concentration when you're recording a video is actually on not dropping the camera, because that could be expensive. Once you've got your phone in a gimbal, then you feel more at ease, because you're not concentrating on the phone dropping, because it's not going to. You're actually concentrating on what you're shooting. And the other thing is that the gimbal is designed, it's called the iSteady. The clue is in the name. When we walk and we carry the camera, we obviously, it's a bit juddery. Whereas with a gimbal, you get a smoother experience. So if you're recording video to actually go out on YouTube or Facebook, then you do need to gimbal to actually shoot. And there are 3 reasons why you should be shooting video. One is for your own memories. Basically, on a dark winter's night, you can play back the videos on your television and remember the sunny days of summer and the places you actually visited. That's reason one. The second reason is that you're actually recording history. And these videos that I do actually go on the YouTube site. And if anybody wants to know about Devizes Castle or Stonehenge or Avebury, then people will be able to find the videos on YouTube and watch them. Because of the home gimbal, the video is of reasonable quality. It's not professional, because I'm not professional, but as far as that's concerned, but it is high quality. And the third reason is because you can. Okay, it's exercise. When you're out and about, you're actually shooting video, you're actually walking, you're taking steps, you're using your Fitbit, which is down the carousel, to actually track your mileage. And basically, going out and shooting video is a fantastic way to actually keep fit and to record where you've been, play it back later, and let other people see it. And the final item in the carousel, possibly, is this. Nick was talking earlier about moving to a place with amazing broadband, and he's going to have 200 megabits up and 200 megabits down, which is awesome. And I wish I had that. I've got to say, Nick, can you lend me some?
I'll send you some. Yeah.
Right. Okay. But basically, if you are in premises and you've got limited Wi-Fi, then you want to make sure it's distributed evenly throughout the premises, whether it's home or office. And the TP-Link Deco, which will be down in the carousel shortly, is first of all, it's British, and it's a great way to actually have good internet throughout the building because it actually works. I've got to tell you, this is true. We used to have a different one. I'm not going to say the name of it. We used to have a different Wi-Fi network. And we can't drill through the walls because they are made of stone, not brick. So we can't drill. So we're going to use Wi-Fi. I'm on Wi-Fi at the moment. And we used to watch Amazon Prime films, and it used to buffer. And a 90-minute film used to take 2 hours to watch. With these TP-Link Deco, then a 90-minute film takes 90 minutes to watch. It's a totally different world. We used to think that buffering happened to everybody. It does happen to some people who don't have their Wi-Fi set up correctly, and the TP-Link is one possible answer to your Wi-Fi problems. And I'm now going to bring back Nick. So they're out, and I'm going to take that off screen. Okay. So there you are, quick tour of my carousel. I'll actually go through some of the items in the carousel. So I'm now highlighting the gimbal. So that's the gimbal I was talking about, is down the carousel. Incredibly, next to it is the TP-Link Deco, and those two products, and the Microsoft Surface Book 2, which is down the carousel. They're sort of next to each other. So you can go Surface Book 2, Surface Book 3, the gimbal, and then through to the TP-Link Deco. Did I say it was British? It's British. we're proud of it. We're proud of TP-Link for actually producing it. So there you have it. That's a quick tour. Shall we do the quiz part deux?
Let's do it. Let's do it. We're one down at the moment, aren't we? Which is
we got the one wrong. So we're going to bring the quiz back on screen. And just a reminder, this quiz is all about villains in superhero movies, and we've currently got 4 out of 5 correct. We now do need your help.
We do.
Nick, it's over to you.
Yeah, we desperately need your help. So if you know the answer, please do pop it in the links. In the chat, so we'll know. So this is a villain that appears in which superhero movie? The villain is Howard Saint. And is he appearing in Spider-Man 2, The Punisher, The Fantastic Four, or Supergirl? And I have never heard of Howard Saint, unfortunately. So
yeah, that's I've never heard of Howard Saint either. So if anybody's watching live, as Nick said, please do drop the answer in the comments. Nothing will happen. The comments disappear after the show, and it's only whilst we're live that people will be able to see them. So if you get it wrong, there's no problem, because the answer is going to disappear as soon as we stop broadcasting.
Yes, your secret is safe with us. So
nobody will ever know. Ever.
Unless of course you get it right, and then we can drop it all over Facebook and.
Oh, wait, if you get it right, we will. We'll do our best to promote you and your cause. So thank you for watching us live on Amazon Live. This is Nick and Stephen with our Monday show, which normally goes out around 9 a.m. Eastern, but today we started later at 10 a.m., which means that you can see us later in the day. This is all because the clocks changed. In the UK, the clocks changed yesterday, and we know that in the US they do not change until this coming Sunday. So that's just a reminder, your clocks will change on Sunday. You get an hour longer in bed because the clocks are going backwards, because we're heading towards the winter time, although officially we're still in autumn.
Yeah. Okay, so let's do the process of elimination.
Okay.
And, we know that it was Victor Von Dorm was in the Fantastic Four, so I'm pretty certain it's not that.
Okay.
I have never heard of the Punisher, so don't know about that. Supergirl movie. I don't know. That doesn't sound like a very Supergirl villain to me. And I think it's Supergirl. I think the villain was Peter Cook.
Okay. Yeah.
So it might have been him. I don't know. And Spider-Man 2, I've never seen a Spider-Man movie, so I don't know. So basically, Stephen, I'm saying I don't think it's the Fantastic Four, and it could be any of the other three. I have no idea.
Shall we go with Spider-Man 2 then?
Go for it. Go for it. Have you got one of your six?
Oh! No.
One of your six senses? No.
Okay. Oh dear. Question 7 out of 10. The villain is Magneto, and which? Do you know the answer to this, by the way?
I do. Yes, I know this one.
Yes, I do as well. Good. So we're going to get this one. We should get this one right. The film choices are X-Men, Blade, Flash Gordon, or Superman. Where was Magneto the villain? X-Men, Blade, Flash Gordon, or Superman? Please type your answer in the comments. As we said earlier, your answer will disappear, even if you're wrong. And if you're right, you'll have the knowledge of knowing that you helped us in this quiz, where we're on question 7 of 10. Right, so we don't need to do a process of elimination on this one, do we? Because we know.
We know.
Yeah. In fact, by the by, I'm actually watching Picard 2 is due out early in the new year.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'm currently rewatching. This is no hint, by the way. I'm currently rewatching Picard Series 1 on Amazon Prime. So I'm bang up to date. I haven't forgotten all about it, because there's such a gap between the series that you tend to forget what the story was.
Yeah. How old is that now?
Well, that was last year, wasn't it? 2020?
Was it? Oh, was it only 2020?
Yeah, I think so. Whereas we need IMDb to help us out on this. Okay, so are we going to go with?
Go for it.
Okay, X-Men it is.
Yay!
Okay, and you got the Picard clue there. Okay, the next one is over to Nick.
Yeah, this one's much more up my street. So, which movie was the Riddler, the villain? Was it Superman 2? Was it Daredevil? Was it Batman Forever? Or was it Hellboy? And if anyone is a fan of this genre, or of this baddie, or this goodie rather, then you'll know definitely which one it is. I think it's a very famous villain in this franchise. Played by Jim Carrey, I believe.
Right, yes, yeah. And did he wear a green jacket?
He did indeed. He did.
Did it have question marks on it?
It's funny enough. I think it did. I think he had some little hat job going on as well. Little green bowler, I think. So I'm guessing we both really know which film this is. So let's cut to the chase. It's Batman Forever, isn't it, Steve? Let's go for it. Yeah.
Okay. Good. So far we've got 6 out of 8, which is pretty darn good. Right, the villain was Mr. Freeze. The films were Superman 4, Flash Gordon, Batman and Robin, or The Dark Knight. So one of those 4 films, the villain was Mr. Freeze.
Mr. Freeze.
Mr. Freeze. Are you going to go through your process of elimination again?
I don't need to. I know exactly who.
Oh, right. Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah. No. And interestingly, this is quite an interesting little set of answers there. So you got 2 Batman movies, Batman and Robin and The Dark Knight, and yeah, Mr. Freeze was a Batman baddie for sure, and this one was it was Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah.
Okay.
Mr. Freeze, and that was in Batman and Robin.
Actually, Arnold Schwarzenegger was interviewed on BBC yesterday, and he was talking about his time as governor in California, and the actions he took in terms of saving the planet, because we know it's COP26 in Scotland this week, and it was pertinent in relation to that. And I've got an advert come up on screen. Again. He was saying that it's the way you actually phrase the problem. If you phrase it as climate change, then people say, oh, yeah. But if you phrase it as we're poisoning the planet, then people take more notice. And he's probably got a point there.
Yeah.
I mean, most likely. Right. Okay. So which of the two films was it then?
It was Nick? Batman and Robin. Yeah.
Nick, you got that one right. Okay.
Yay.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So, all yours.
One. Is it mine? Cool.
Yeah.
So this is it, the last one. This is a villain that appears in which superhero movie? Bullseye. So was that The Dark Knight? Was that Batman Returns? Was it The Punisher? Or is it Daredevil? And I've never heard of it. So
yeah.
If you know, please do let us put it in the. Please do pop it in the comments.
Which of the four have you seen?
I have seen The Dark Knight and Batman Returns, so I'm ruling those two out.
Yeah, I've seen Daredevil.
But we had a baddie in The Punisher before, didn't we?
Yeah.
Earlier in the quiz, mind you, that didn't help us with another.
No.
Ooh.
What are we going to do?
Well, that's okay. So I don't think it's Dark Knight or Batman Returns. So you've seen Daredevil and you don't think it's Daredevil.
Yeah, indeed.
That only kind of leaves us one, doesn't it?
Shall we?
Go on. Stephen Healey.
Obviously, it was in the dim and distant past when in actual fact, we have beaten the average score. The average score is 6.99. We got 7, which is and 126,000 people have played. So to actually get better than the average, we got better than average.
Yep.
So our movie knowledge is better than average.
That's good.
It's official. It's official, as we both.
I've got a theory. I reckon you probably were watching Daredevil and you're having buffering issues.
Could be. And what I'm trying to do, if I come back on screen, I got a lock here. I'm trying to start our cameras, Nick. I'm going to stop sharing. Okay, so that should release some memory. And I'm trying to get our cameras back on screen. So let's and hide that. And hopefully I'm going to try and find us.
Look, you just love that new background. I think, it does look good.
Okay, just a minute. Okay, I don't think people can hear us either. I think this might be a good time for us to actually finish the broadcast, Nick, because my studio's broken. I'm going to refresh, but I'm cognizant of the fact that if we don't stop now and we are not on screen, we'll be done. Okay, so this is a very strange ending. Let's end the stream, shall we?
Yeah, let's end it. Done.
I got I don't know whether I'm going to refresh and see if it goes back on screen. It won't be a second.
Yeah, no worries. The host has joined the broadcast, it's saying. Oh, hello, world.
Just a minute. I still got an error message.
There we are.
We are back. But I was aware of the fact that if I refreshed and couldn't get back, then Amazon would have canned the broadcast.
Yes. No, that was a good
which
call.
is not good. I had 2 incidents last week, and I got the iPad in my hand, and all of a sudden I saw the number of viewers go down to 0. And I thought there's something going on here, so I stopped it on Amazon and just saved the day. But there's something going on. You can check this out possibly in your studio. I've now got the ability to bring on 6 items into the studio.
Oh,
Can I just show you? If I just bring it into the stream, and I put you on full screen for a second.
Yeah.
Okay. I can go onto full screen. I can put this on full screen. I can put this on full screen. I can put this on full screen. I've got 6 items down in the live area that I can just toggle between. And I keep getting an error message when I'm adding camera or second camera, which just says an error occurred. So there's something happening in the background.
Yeah.
Which is only to our benefit, but it meant that I couldn't get the expert presenter into today's show. I mean, a screen share works, but with expert presenter, we're both on screen, which I think makes a big difference to the interaction, because otherwise you've got disembodied voices doing a quiz. Yeah, so I can now hide that. I can hide that. I can hide that. And hide that. So just check it out. See if you've got 6 items in your. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I will.
I think we shouldn't read too much into it, so I'm not going to. But let's just suffice it to say that something is happening. Okay, right. A question. Yeah. Would you like to broadcast into the live selling group tomorrow?
Oh, that'd be rather nice.
In that case, would you like to be an admin of said group?
Yes, please.
Right. Okay. I shall make it so, and then you'll have access, and then you'll be able to broadcast into the group, and people can see what Amazon is all about. Brilliant.
Yeah. Oh, no, perfect. Brilliant.
Okay.
That's really cool.
Take care.
So, are we still live on Facebook?
Oh, wait. Just a minute.